And joined in studio now by Tom Djokovic. He's the CEO of XsunX Incorporated. XSNX is their stock symbol. Tom, good to see you again.
It's great to be back, Don. Thanks.
What's the latest with the company since we last spoke?
Well, we've moved in a new facility. We're building our new technology. It's SIG Solar. It's a new way to make solar cells using thin film materials made out of copper, indium, gallium diselenide. It's called SIGs. And it's a technology that can compete with silicon in terms of conversion efficiencies. Silicon dominates the market, but there's really no profit in it anymore, very little profit because of so much price competition. And SIGs holds the promise of being able to offer a way to make it cheaper and reinvigorate profits.
Let's talk about that, because I know the cost of solar has come down dramatically. I mean, how does that affect your business?
Well, it affects it directly in a number of different ways. One of the biggest reasons is the cost has come down is the fact that there's been a lot of infrastructure build out for the manufacture of silicon, and so that's resulted in a lot of price competition. So prices have come down below $1 a watt for silicon solar modules, which was unheard of. And most, well, I shouldn't say most, every single thin film manufacturer, which is like cadmium telluride for solar, amorphous silicon, and even SIGs, no one anticipated that. So that's put a lot of companies in a very tight position and or run them out of business on the thin film side. And on the silicon side, what's being made is there's very little profits. But if you're an installer, it's a great time because your buy rates are very low, and if you're someone who's looking to consume, to receive a planning installation, it's a great time as well because prices have come way down. It's made it's made solar very affordable. As a matter of fact, puts it on par with conventionally produced electricity.
Well, of course, the current administration has always had a keen eye towards green and specifically solar, but they have had some good and bad publicity with respect to their investments towards solar. How is that good or bad for your business?
Well, it's good. I mean, government subsidies are decried by some people and vastly supported by other groups. Obviously, a lot of people claim, well, solar should be able to stand on its own without subsidies. But in reality, I mean, one of the largest subsidies available is the government investment tax credit, which is a 30% tax write-off on your investment of, let's say, a $10,000 system. It's a $3,000 write-off to the installers. Well, there's been a number of studies done there, and depending on how aggressive the actual installer, the owner of the system, how quickly they depreciate the system, you can see the government, us, you and me, the taxpayers, we can see up to a 10% return on that $3,000 investment we essentially made by providing that tax credit. So over the life of the system, we can see as high as 10% returns. So it's fundamentally a pretty good idea. I mean, most money managers would agree that if I can put, stash some money into an account which over its lifetime can make up to 10% return, there's being a lot of money is going to head in that direction. So overall, this investment tax credit is, I think, fundamentally a pretty good idea. We're probably going to see changes to it, but those governments help attract investment funds, investment dollars, which is critically needed to be able to do these installations. And that's what's driving a lot of the installations. California is on track here to do their essentially Schwarzenegger's previous plan, $1 million solar roof plan. It's not really 1 million solar roofs, but it was close to 2 gigawatts of installation, and it looks like they're going to achieve that. So it's helped quite a bit in this industry.
Well, I remember when you first came on the program and you were talking about your SIG solar technology, how excited you were about it, because you really felt it was the first technology that could actively compete with silicon on a cost basis. What's the latest in the progress of SIG solar?
Well, what we're doing, Don, is we've got a full commercial-size system that we've begun to assemble. Now, over the last year and a half, access to capital has been pretty tough, especially in the solar space, because there's been so much blue sky taken out of the valuation of the stocks. So a lot of money, investment dollars, has left the space. But we've cut back ourselves. We've been very frugal, very focused on what we're doing, cut back on all our overhead, and we've been able to attract investment dollars. And now we're moving into a stage now where we're completing the assembly of this first system, and we have a number of clients interested in potentially purchasing and licensing this technology from us. As a matter of fact, we have one of our first customers scheduled this week to come in and take a look. Yeah, and then more here in September. So we're very excited about that because now customers could actually come in, kick the tires, look at the technology, and we can continue to reinvigorate and further the sales process for these people. At the same time, assembling the tool for us, and our shareholders, I'm sure, are very glad to see that happen. It can't ever happen fast enough, but in this particular economy, with access to capital the way it is, it's been a little tougher than we anticipated, but we've been able to manage, and we're actually getting the project done, so we're very excited.
XsunX. XSNX is their stock symbol. Tom, every time I talk to you, the story just gets better and better. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot, Don. Look forward to speaking with you again.
Take care.
Okay.